Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another deck profile. I didn't post one last week because Labor Day, and I was having a cookout with my family, and my girlfriend, and my daughter. Um, I brought a deck list after the very nice ban list dropped. Obviously, the ban list takes an effect Monday. We've been testing all day since what time? Maybe probably 7 a.m.
Yeah.
It's currently 11:14 p.m. You know, it's just going up kind of late. I did want to make sure that I enjoyed the build enough to post it. So sorry if it's late for you guys. I'm sure like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. But if you see this, it is what it is. I'm gonna fucking it's as weird as it sounds, dude. Machina Orcust. Some people say Machina. I think my entire friend group, we played when Machina or Machina was a very good popular deck, and that structure deck came out in like 2009, 2010. But anyways, guys, hope you had a beautiful Labor Day. I'm gonna get right into it. So I will show a combo video at the end of this. I apologize if it's it's kind of wonky, but so 3 Girsus. Obviously, I only play 6 normal summons. I think the 6 normal summons is kind of where you want to be. This is kind of like one of the lists that I was like super concentrated on playing 40 cards just to make it as consistent as possible. Because I was like playing like 40 at like 7 a.m. this morning. I was playing 44, and then I cut it to 42, and then I changed it to 40, and then I changed like 3 or 4 cards out to 40, and then I switched. It was like a whole fucking thing. But with the Machina engine, the World Wand. This, I think, is like the most important card in the deck. Like, you always want to draw this. There's just a bunch of things you can do with it. Obviously, everyone knows the Orcust combo with Nightmare and stuff. Speaking of Nightmare, my whole life's a Nightmare. But I play 3 Nightmares. I would play 2. I think 3 is correct right now for the Machina or Machina, whatever whoever. And then for the one-ofs, you stay down here, babe, for a second. The 1 symbol skeleton, I do play 1 symbol skeleton. I think 1 is fine for this list, because I was trying to cut it to 40, cut it as close as possible to where it needs to be. Droplets makes this card fine even if you draw it. So, and the 1 Bros Bombard? Bros me? Hey, dude, Brossers? Yeah, the 1 Brass Bombard. I think that's correct. The a lot of builds, like when I was researching this deck a couple days ago, like nobody plays Brass Bombard, and I'm kind of wilded out by it because it's like such a good niche card. It just gets you, sometimes where you need to go. I guess it's considered a normal summon, but with droplets and stuff. And then we get into the Earth Machine package. Obviously, the 3 Scrap Recycler. This is the bread and butter of the deck. It's searchable like 4,000 ways because of the Machina stuff. And then, baby, you can sit on here. And then the 1 Scrap Golem, the big fridge. This card is just insane. Also, one thing I do want to know about this, I'm still working out like how to like really combo without opening a really good hand with drawing this, like, because sometimes you'll open a good hand with this and you'll draw it and it just kind of shuts off the scrap combo, which the scrap combo is kind of like the main reason this deck's insane, the Machina Machina, whatever. But and then 3 as weird as it sounds, 3 Irradiator, 3 Fortress. These are the 3 Fs for the Machina engine. And I actually really like this deck a lot. I just remember that deck being just fucking Fortress was like the card's insane, like way back in the day. I'm glad I get to play it again. I do have Ultras coming on the way. I'm kind of mad that I fucking have commons from the structure deck for this deck profile, but it is what it is. Anyways, and then 2 is this the Megaformia. I also have another super coming for this. Megaform is actually just really fucking good. I remember in the new Challengers special editions, dude, like pulling this and being like, this card's fucking terrible, dude. Machinas are never gonna, Machinas are never gonna fucking do anything. And here we are, dude. Fucking, honestly, like 5 or 6 years later, so. And then, dude, just the guy, dude. The guy himself, dude. The 1 Metal Cruncher. This card, dude. This card's so good, dude. So his effect is he's a level 9 If you control no face-up cards, you can normal summon him, and on normal summon or special summon, if you do normal summon, he becomes 1800 attack. Nobody gives a fuck. But we haven't. I want to say about 70 matches today. I think I normal summoned this twice because I drew it, but I will show a combo video at the end about this. But if you normal special summon it, you reveal 3 Earth Machine monsters from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one, the other 2 get shuffled back into the deck, the one goes to your hand. So, and then ever since the Machina deck came out, 2 Citadels, I've really just, like, this is one of the cards I was like, I read this card and I was like, this card's fucking insane, dude. Like, and can't be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned by a card effect, which is just fucking everything, including himself. He special summons himself, but his effect is he targets a machine monster, destroys it, and simultaneously destroys your opponent's board with monsters equal to or less than the destroyed machine monster. And then if you have a Earth Machine monster that dies by battle or card effect, he will come back from the graveyard. So the scrap combo is kind of like the main way that you play him. So, and then my 2 one-ofs, the 1 Gizmek and the 1 Dragon Buster. Obviously, these are, this is pretty standard for Orcust now. The Dragon Buster actually, as weird as it sounds, like drawing this sometimes is just not the worst. It sounds weird, but you would understand if you. I would highly encourage you to test this list. It's. I've had a lot of fun with it today. So, excuse me, and then we go into the spells, which is the 3 Machina redeployment, Machina redeployment. This card is it has 2 effects. Its second effect doesn't matter because you don't play any other Machina cards. But it's discard a Machina card, search for 2 more Machina cards, which is whatever, or discard a card, search for 2 Machina monsters with different names from deck to hand. So it's kind of like your Melody for like Blue Eyes or whatever, kind of thing like that. And then as you know, this is a Banlist. I know the Banlist came into effect. I'm actually super happy about the Banlist. I was testing Orcust and like as broken as like O-Line and Jet Synchron were. I was kind of tired of having them in my deck. Don't crucify me for saying that, but like, there was like a bunch of normal summons, you know what I mean? Like, the card's so good that sometimes it conflicts with Girsu, Scrap Recycler, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I can just take all that out, Metal March or whatever. I know there's still combos with it. I just prefer to play this build straightforward. And then, as everyone fucking knows, the 1 Called by the Grave, and then I replace it with a 2 Droplet. I was testing 2 Tactical Talents with the droplets, and the Tactical Talent, dude, to be honest, is like kind of like depressing to me a lot of the time, because it's like they have to react to what you're playing. So like if they just let's say you're just like, yo, I have the nuts, dude, he just needs to ash me, and then you're like, he doesn't ash you, so you just have another dead card in your hand, so you're like, oh sweet. But also, with the amount of Orcust monsters I'm playing, like the 3 Nightmares, the 3 Wands, the Fortress, the Citadels, all that stuff, the discard for this is really good. This deck just shits on Dragoons. I really like Dragoons. I was going to play it in here. It's actually still in the deck box because I'm still testing this deck, but today I found such success with this deck that I just really wanted to profile it. So, and then for the 1-up spells, the 1 Succession, that card's insane. Also, just to note, the Succession, when you, if you draw this with Scrap Recycler, you can normal Scrap Recycler. If they imperm you can make it into Almirage. And if you do draw this, which I've drawn this a lot, I've also drawn Called by the Grave quite a few times, but they didn't have a hand trap, so I was kind of like, whatever. But if they imperm or whatever, the Scrap Recycler, you turn to Almirage, play this, summon back the Scrap Recycler to the Almirage arrow, you know what I mean? So, and then the other one was 1 Monster Reborn. I actually wasn't playing these 2. These were actually the Monster Reborn and Upstart were Twin Twisters originally, and then I was kind of tired of drawing them, the Twin Twisters, like going first, that I was just like, these cards are just way better, because like I said, 40 cards. And then the last two, obviously the one Babel and the one Crescendo. I don't actually play the orchestrated return, whatever, the draw two spell. There was so many hands like in testing. I was playing it originally. I just like there'd be hands where like I draw all Machina cards and no Orcust monsters at all. Like not even Girsu, no, you know what I mean? Because I cut down the lineup so much. I know there's 3 Nightmares, one, even with the World Legacy stuff, but it just wasn't good. So I was like, I'm just gonna cut it, and then I just ended up testing, another like 10 or 12 matches, and I just never missed it. So I was like, yeah, we're good here. So, and then we get to the extra deck. Obviously, 2 Dings, Ningirsu. Everyone knows what this card does. This card's insane. And then for the Link ones, the Link Rebo, you need that for Girsu, and then this for the Scrap Recycler. And then for the, did I say Link 2s? Okay, Link 1s, sorry. Now Link 2s, those are both Link 1s, as everyone knows. For the Link 2s, there's a bunch of Link 2s. The most important one other than Galatea is the Scrap Wyvern. This card's so good going first and second. Like, this card is just like, you know what I mean? Like, they could, if you lose the die roll and you can still, because like a lot of the time, you'll bait everything and then you'll do the deployment, discarding Wand, and then they just, that's the combo, by the way, is Wand and deployment. There's more combos than that. I'm just going to show one just to, make it easier. But and then the other Link 2s, there's a bunch of them. 2 Galateas. 1 Lib, 1 Union Carrier, 1 IP, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and then the, by the way, some of this stuff you can flex out how you want. I still haven't decided on my Link 4s, and there's a couple Link 2s. I actually don't play Needle Fiber. Obviously, you don't see that. The main reason being is because I know like a lot of people are going to start playing Ghost Reaper and stuff like that. And Ghost Reaper is actually really good since Called by the Graves at 1 now. I just feel like you don't need it. There was no point in time where like I was like, oh dude, I could just Needle Fiber into fucking Brass Bombard, because Bombard's the only tuner I play. I just want to keep it clean and simple. I also don't play Savage Dragon, which Nightmare plus Bombard is Savage Dragon, which it actually hasn't come up yet, so we'll see. But I'm gonna do more testing with this. I was just really happy with how this turned out. The only Link 3 is the Unicorn, and then for Link 4s, the Appaloosa. Since you're only playing like like the scrap, the Earth machines get you so far. In the scrap combo, the Orcust combo is kind of like the back burner cards, because like once you start playing, you go through all the Earth machines first, and then you do the dark stuff. Because like a lot of the time, you'll also you can make like the Lib first, and then make the IP, and then on your opponent's turn, you'll tag out, or you'll quick link. Shout out to my dude Nathan Bourne. Quick link into this with Lib. And then it'll bounce a card, and then so, and then the other Link 4s is just Boral Sword and the access code talker. Boral Sword is just insane. Access code's insane. So yeah, and I'll show you the just the 2-card combo. Let me get my my curds out. So it's just this plus the wand. So we'll do. I'm gonna try to do this upside down. I'm sorry if it's not perfect. Oh, and also happy Saturday, guys. Cigarettes out, dude. Sick. And my beer's gone, dude. Sick. But so as you guys know, you can go. You have 3 other cards in hand going first. Also, this entire combo going second can be just a lot more insane because of Citadel. So. Without further ado, here you go. Alright, so we'll go okay, so effect. Discard this, the wand, to search the. You want to search the Megaform and the Irradiator. Okay. So this is your graveyard. Can you see all this, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is your graveyard. You search for Megaform and the Irradiator. You discard Megaform, special summon Irradiator. Okay. They use Irradiator target itself, and then it doesn't target engrave. It summons and then destroys itself. And then we'll just put it over here just to make the camera easier. And then he'll tribute for cost to summon a Machina from your deck. You always get the Metal Cruncher dude, insane card. And if you don't draw the Scrap Recycler, you'll just, on normal summon or special summon, he'll reveal 3 Earth Machines. Your opponent randomly picks one. So if you don't open Scrap Recycler, like sometimes this can be like a Citadel or something like that. But so obviously you get the, and then these go back in your deck. Then your normal summon, okay? His effect, you'll send Citadel to grave. You see the grave, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll get the grave down here. So Citadel's in grave. These two link into the youngest of boys, the Scrap Wyvern. Still see it, babe?
Yep.
Alright, Scrap Wyvern, revive this, and then destroy it, which will trigger Citadel. So Citadel is special summon. And then this will summon a Scrap from deck, which you get the Frigidaire, popping this. Fridge effect will summon back Recycler. Recycler's effect will send the Nightmare. Now, this is where like you can kind of do a bunch of things that you know normally. Obviously, you have the wand, so you always want to do the lid first. So these two, Jesus Christ, make lib. Make lib. Lib will set the succession. So that's set, and then you succession back the Scrap Golem. Scrap Golem will revive this. Also, if you're going second, obviously, like this is like the Boral Sword. Like obviously you can go from here or whatever, but and then this will send you can either send. So since I play one Symbol Skeleton. Usually here is where you'll send Symbol Skeleton because the Nightmare will send the Gizmek, because the Gizmek is very important. And this, you know, let's just say you're going first. So these two make the Carrier. Super glad this didn't get banned. Carrier, and then so you're here, and then you'll go, I think this is when you lock yourself into darks, because then you go, yeah, okay, it is. Alright, so this is when you lock yourself into darks. So you'll banish the Nightmare to send Gizmek. Okay. Dude, this is, doing this upside down is just like wild. Alright, so you'll send Gizmek, target, you know, whatever. And then you want to try and save the Gizmek, obviously, for last, so you don't banish the Dragon Buster for the Union Carrier, but... and then obviously you wand, finish the wand, summon this bag. And then this is where you do, so depending on line of play here, you could go, you could continue, and like these are your options. Obviously that's your option, because you can't use this yet, but like here you could make the Galatea, which is usually like sometimes the play. The only time this is the play to make Galatea, you set the counter trap just in case they have Dark Ruler no more. This is what you do in game 2. Here is where you can either try, obviously you have 3 more cards in hand, so you know what I mean, it is what it is. Let's just say you banish 8 for Gizmek and you don't hit it, because I actually only hit this banishing the Buster once today. So banish 8, and then these two turn into Galatea. God, tune this upside down as well. Okay, and then obviously Galatea's effect, shuffle back in the deck, and then if they, like I said earlier, if they have the you go for either one of these. If you think they have the Dark Ruler no more, you get this, or Droplets. Droplets not so much, but more Dark Ruler no more, or something. You know what I'm talking about. But usually I usually get the Babble, just because Babble's insane. So here we are, and then this is when you banish the Symbol Skeleton to summon this, and then you'll make the Dingirsu here to attach this, and then this here, because you have 3 other cards in hand. These two is when you link those off, and then you have the IP, and then Union Carrier's effect will equip to Dingirsu. So obviously off of the 2 cards, you had the wand and the so like a redeployment. You get this with the quick play. The reason this is insane for 2 cards, so you have 3 other cards. I did this kind of a little wonky because it's upside down, but obviously here, like depending on the matchup, you can link off on your opponent's turn. You can link these new Appaloosa, right, for 2 monster effect negates. Obviously this has the Regeki, quick effect Regeki, and then you got the Dingirsu with 2 attachments, and the Buster with the Babble, dude. So yeah, I hope to help you a little bit. I just really think the Machina stuff, dude, it's fire, dude. I think once the format just has so many. It's basically the same format minus Emancipators and stuff are still good, whatever. Eldritch is still good. They don't have to play the synchron stuff and whatever, but the deck's insane. It plays through a lot of negates, because this is like the main thing you want to say. This is the best card in the deck, I feel, because it gets you to the entire combo. So, yeah, dude, let me know what you think. I'd appreciate all your feedback, dude, and I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheers, dude.